listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. My guest is Dr. Cass Ingram. Dr. Ingram is a regular guest on Let's Talk Nutrition, not without a point of view, and sometimes a very strong opinion. Dr. Ingram, welcome back. 1% of elderly have healthy arteries. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, the American diet is extremely high in refined sugar, and refined sugar causes exceptional oxidative damage to the arterial tree. So it's a bit skewed. You'd have to go to a society which does not eat processed food, refined sugar, does not drink chlorinated and fluoridated water, is not vaccinated until they turn purple from vaccine viruses. You know, you'd have to go somewhere else, a primitive society, and do a comparison. It's just, you can't get accurate data like that. So, but you know, and you can't say it's because of a high-fat diet either. There are plenty of high-fat diet consumers that did not have arterial vascular disease, that did not have 99% going to the pot, like the Inuit. So you know, you have to be a bit careful, I think, when we quote these scientific studies, because it seems like everybody out there has an agenda that publishes this science, and people can get misinformation. So it's an indictment against refined food is really what it is. I mean, what American eats? What probably 1% of Americans eat a whole food diet of some kind, right? I mean, look down the street at the fast food restaurants. That's where 99% of the people are, or the barbecue, or you know, candy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's dietary, but you have to understand the situation.
Mm-hmm. What is it that from an herb and spice perspective, that would contribute to not vitamins and minerals? I'm just talking about herbs and spices and whatever's contained in them. There could be vitamins and whatever. Herbs and spices from that.
Good point. Yeah.
What would contribute to cardiovascular health, given your travels throughout the world?
There are 2 points to be had. One is that America lacks any kind of tradition. It's a big mixing bag, and by the time it's all mixed up, nobody follows the tradition any longer. For the native Hispanic, there's a lot of cayenne or hot pepper in the diet. That's an arterial anti-degenerative substance. It improves the microcirculation. It increases the elastase production. If you go to Persia, or now known as Iran, then you find that traditionally red sour grape is consumed by the primitives, by the mountain people, by the city people even. And unwittingly, they are protecting their cardiovascular system from degeneration. If you go to Lebanon, you'll find that they spice everything with sesame and tahini and sesame oil and with pomegranate extract or syrup or pomegranate seeds or whole pomegranate and grape syrup from rendered down grapes. And in Turkey, they're following another element, using the rosemary and the sage in Accioli, Italy, where there's no such cardiovascular degeneration in that percentage. So it's a mixing bag there, too, of what would be effective for Americans to apply, and I know what that would be. And in India, it's the turmeric root, which is so anti-inflammatory that prevents arterial and cardiovascular degeneration. Cinnamon even has that power as an insulin-ogenic type agent, preventing excessive cholesterol, triglyceride. So it's a great movement to move into, but in my experience, the most effective thing to do to prevent arteriovascular disease is to take substances which increase the elastic membrane's regenerative powers, increases the activity of the elastase enzyme necessary to maintain arterial flexibility, along with big changes in the diet, big changes.
So what is it about the endothelium, the lining of the arteries, that make them so vulnerable? If you could explain, anatomy, in anatomy class, of course, we've looked at that. But
you're looking. Okay, well, first of all, you got to understand the arterial tree and the cardiac pump. The heart is a muscle pump. That's all it's supposed to do is pump, 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 and pump. And then the arteries diffuse or represent that blood to the cells, all the way down to the capillary level, as you know. Now, if you add up all the mileage, all the inches of all the capillaries and venules and arteries and so forth in the body, you're looking at about 50 to 70,000 miles end to end. That's 2.5 times or 3 times around the center of the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of that's going on. And what is about the arteries is that if we have wrong diet, that leads to inflammation. If we have wrong diet, it doesn't provide the nutriments necessary to regenerate the arterial tree, so it breaks down. It oxidizes, and then the body has to come in when it oxidizes or it breaks. You got 50,000 miles, you're going to have some breaks in the road.
Right.
So,
and usually, there's, and you don't see little molecules standing there, antioxidants at work.
No, you better put them in to work because you don't have them.
You need
Exactly
a little
right.
sign, you get a microscope and say, oh, look, there's the I got their little sign out, antioxidants at work. Yeah, you wish.
Yeah, exactly. And if you go too fast, right, you get put in prison and 30,000.
Right. The fines are doubled when antioxidants are at work.
Is the heart attack or the aortic,
Exactly.
Aneurysm.
We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Dr. Cass Ingram is my guest. Dr. Ingram, you mentioned India, Iran, that's your early Italy. Where else did he say?
Turkish
Turkey.
practices where you don't get this arterial vascular degeneration.
Where else did he mention?
Israel.
Israel. What's interesting, most of those are around the Mediterranean, aren't they? Most of those countries?
Right, mostly Mediterranean, but I mentioned also the Hispanic habit of heavy use of cayenne and hot
Well,
pepper,
Spain, isn't Spain part of that?
Spain has some traditional habits, but it's pretty multicultural. You don't see a lot of primitive focus there. It's and of course you have the history of the various tribes that Weston Price visited who did not have this type of a syndrome, and their diets varied from vegetarian to semi-vegetarian to high fat to moderate meat consumption 2 or 3 times a month or what have you. So we have to be really cautious, I think, about the assessment of what is causing this vast degree of arteriovascular degenerative disease, but the biggest factor is refined food. I mean, that's a certainty.
What herbs and what herbs and spices found in the various nutraceuticals sold by North American Herb and Spice would get at this issue of helping the person to maintain arterial health? Is there anything you have?
Yes, it would be, in one case, the high crude resveratrol-rich and ellagic acid-rich grape extracts. They produce resveraflow, and also resvital. Those are spectacular. People who take them notice an improvement in their microcirculation, warmer hands and feet. It's having a big impact. People with angina and chronic heart disease, they're taking their medications, they're doing everything else. Adding this in, they develop less complications, they need less medication. The second arena would be a truly good Mediterranean source pomegranate concentrate, because, look, I'm busy. I don't have time all the time to peel a pomegranate and eat them. I do. Where if I can find a good one, I'll do it. But what I do, people want to know what I do. I take the resveraflow and the resvital on a routine basis, and also regarding the resveraflow, keep in mind some of those are hand-picked wild North American grapes from northern Wisconsin. So they're cold-pressed wild grapes with muscadine extract. So that's what that is. The resvital is the red sour grape that the Iranians use traditionally to lower cholesterol, to reduce hypertension. I did a clinical trial on that one years ago with 6 patients with hypercholesterolemia and hypertension. All 6, a small trial but still significant, all 6 had a reduction of blood pressure to normal. Cholesterol was reduced to normal, just as is the traditional statement of the Iranian primitives. Now, the third one I mentioned is pomegranate. What do they do in the Mediterranean? They use the pomegranate syrup. So I use an awful lot of this Pomamax, and you can look these things up on the internet. Now, I'm a big fan of supporting local businesses and health food stores, so a lot of times I'll tell people, look it up on the internet, see if you can find it locally. If you can't, well, do whatever you have to do. But this Pomamax is coming from the mountains of Lebanon and Syria. It's a rendered down, and I've been there. They take a huge cement cauldron that they pipe in pipes. They put heated water through the cement, and the pipes are in the cement. It creates steam through the cement. It creates this heat. They cut these pomegranates and dump them all in this. It looks like a coffin. It's like the size of 5 coffins. And I'm going like, how long does it take? Oh, quite a few hours.
Quite a few hours.
And they make this syrup. Now, I've seen the primitive people do it in a copper tub with a wood heat, heating it. I've seen them do it with carob, with grapes, with dates, with any fruit that grows in the wild. They toss it all in these cauldrons and render it to a syrup. They've been doing it for hundreds of years.
I mean, can you find a picture of that? I mean,
I'm looking and I got it.
We're trying to find.
Yeah.
We're trying to find what is it now? They have these. Explain that machine again.
All right, so it's homemade. Okay, I don't know if you can find Turkish carob molasses. It's called Harnup I think Harnup molasses. Harnup, I believe, and the other one is pomegranate. I believe that's Dut. D-U-T in Turkish. Maybe a Turk can help us with this. But in Lebanon, it's just, I don't know the name. It's and they call it pekmez. They call it pekmez in Turkey. Mm-hmm. Pekmez. In Lebanon, it's it'll come to me anyway. So what it was is a concrete box, if you will,
mm-hmm.
that's empty in the center. And the steam heat, the slow steam heat, piped in. They made it themselves. Renders these pomegranates down to a thick syrup. You see?
Mm.
And we measured the ORAC on it with the pinaglactins and all these elastic degeneration substances that increase the elastase activity, keep the arteries elastic, keep them from degenerating, keep the blood flow going. Also improve the power of the heart, that the ORAC level of the Mediterranean type is twice that of the Californian type. Because the plant grows in the Mediterranean naturally. It's a genetic source.
Yes.
And anyway, so...
you have that at North American. You have pomegranate syrup, yes?
Yes, they have it. That's the Mediterranean stuff. The best quality.
How do you take that on a spoon? You mix it.
You have to take it as a spoonful, or in seltzer water, or I pour it on everything. I absolutely have to have it on my salad. If I've got the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar or the cider vinegar, I've got that in there.
All right, that's a good idea.
I put it on stir fry, and I don't know. I pour it on everything.
They got it here on
Hey,
some
listen, I had a
nuts
case history.
mixed
A woman had cardiovascular disease to such a degree that they told her she had 6 months to live. She had a floppy heart. They could not operate. The heart was too weak to undergo surgery. She read my book, which is newly titled as Foods That Cure. It talks about the pomegranate and the pomegranate syrup. Okay, Foods That Cure. And she took a quarter cup of this a day. You're supposed to take a tablespoon. She takes a quarter cup a day for 6 months. She goes back to get her echocardiogram. It was completely normal. It regenerated the entire cardiovascular tree. And it's, of course, that's in the Old Testament, isn't it? Right?
All right.
It is.
Okay. We come back, pomegranate. Who knew? We used to take the pomegranate seeds when we were kids and put them in a pea shooter.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempenol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's 100% organic with wild oreganol P73 extract. You might have heard about CBD, but there's no comparison. Hempenol has the power and potency you need to support your nervous system, stay calm and focused, and maintain a healthy immune system. Unlike other CBD oils, Hempenol contains the full spectrum of phytocannabinoids. Take Hempenol and feel great. And if you suffer from insomnia and can't seem to get that full night's rest, try Hempenol PM. Hempenol PM is specifically formulated to get you the rest you need without feeling sluggish when you wake. It's non-addictive, completely natural, and leaves you feeling energetic and ready to take on the day. To place your order, to find out where to find Hempenol in your area, call 1-800-243-5242. 800-243-5242. Or visit us at oreganol.com.
If you've ever had digestive issues slow you down, it's time to live digestively with the #1 high-potency probiotic, Ultimate Flora. Because with 50 billion live cultures inside you, life feels a little lighter, a little livelier, a little more you. No matter where life takes you, live digestively with Ultimate Flora probiotics from Renew Life. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. #1 probiotic brand with 15 billion or more cultures based on annual sales. how can a sweet little fruit gummy help you live digestively? Ultimate Flora Probiotic Gummies put the ultimate natural digestive support to work inside you to help you feel a little lighter, a little more you. And if raspberry lemonade's a little more you, feel bubbly in a good way with Ultimate Flora Probiotic Fizzy Drink Mix. Ultimate Flora Probiotic Gummies and Fizzy Drink Mix. 2 great ways to live digestively, deliciously. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve 2 important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing. Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Let's review Resveraflow, Resvital, Pomamax, and then Pomamax, and then they have Dr. Ingram referred to the Turkish Care Molasses. They at North American they have a product called Caro Power. I looked those up all by myself. Go to NorthAmericanHerbandSpice.com and you'll find those products. This is intriguing. The Pomamax, you put that on your salad too, huh?
Oh yeah, you got to have that. You got to have it. And it's interesting, scripturally, we talked about the biblical constant reference and that the pomegranate is supposed to be the apple of paradise or whatever the parable is. And let's not forget that these divine books have parabolic elements that we may not be able to understand, but we should try to perceive some of the elements. For example, the Quran talks about the Roman, and that's what they in Lebanon, Dibs al-Roman is the name for the pomegranate molasses. But there's an indication that the fruit are different. Some are more significant than others, and that's all that's pretty much said. So you would have to go into that and say, well, it's mentioned in the scripture, so let me dive into that. And so I know the Israelis did that when they came out with some research on pomegranate. Others have done it. But now what we know for certain with pomegranate is that it prevents the degeneration of the arterial tree.
So all of these products that we mentioned and the compounds found in them would contribute to cardiovascular health specifically, yes?
That is correct. And now, if we want to get more into the heart as a pump, then we look at a different nutraceutical, and that's black seed oil. Nigella sativa. That's the one that the Prophet Muhammad said cures every disease except death. And that also is mentioned in particularly in the Old Testament. Now, I'm not an expert in that. I'm an expert in the spices and the herbs. But I can tell you that the statement that it cures a wide range of diseases goes along with my new book called The Black Seed Miracle, which I guess will be done in a month. But in my research on black seed, the number one arena is the heart for that. Now, you see a lot on the internet on black seed, but not a lot about how it's good for the heart, you see? Now, what is it? It's Nigella sativa, and that's a buttercup family flower. The flower makes seeds. The seeds are collected, and they're pressed into an oil. That's what it is.
Does that oil, the oil wouldn't damage the endothelium?
Well, that's why I was telling you to be careful about somebody's own little domain of research. If oil damaged the endothelium, why did the people in Crete live longer than probably anybody, maybe Okinawa the exception, where they guzzle olive oil by the quarter cup a day, right? So how can a monounsaturated oil, which is used as a fuel by the arterial cells in the heart, even begin to cause any damage? And it's quite the opposite. So these monounsaturated oils, cold pressed, that are fairly stable, like your olive oil, if it's real olive oil, and of course black seed oil is exceedingly stable. The other thing about black seed oil is that it has its own antioxidants. So it doesn't. I've had black seed oil for 10 years without refrigeration, and it's still fine.
What do you put that on? How do you consume it?
All right. Well, I'm taking that freshly cold pressed material that North American Herb and Spice gets. It's Turkish. I'm not interested in the other sources. Turkish is the finest. And what I do with it is I take a teaspoon every day as a cardiovascular support substance.
You just...
I also take a teaspoon a day, at least a teaspoon a day, or every other day, is still pretty good, to block the development of tumor masses. There's a tremendous amount of research showing that black seed, rich in thymoquinone, a highly oxygenated ubiquinone, how about that? It's got its own ubiquinone, CoQ10, prevents tumor development in the gut, the pancreas.
So you're saying that it has some positive carcinogenic effect, meaning an anti-carcinogenic effect.
Yes, the thymoquinone is a highly oxygenated form of essentially coenzyme Q10, and it improves the metabolic burning and the Krebs cycle in the mitochondria. And that would account for why it's so helpful to the heart. If you've got a heart as a pump and all that Krebs cycle activity in the mitochondria, and then you're putting in a bit of black seed oil to fuel that. The other thing about black seed that's very interesting is that it's very rich in sterols.
Sterols.
You know about the
Plant fats. Sterols and sterolin, or sterols.
Yes, both. And of course, you know about the FDA claim. How difficult is it to get an FDA claim on anything? But they have one that plant sterols are cardiac healthy. They have it. You can make that statement. So this black seeds, sterols, what does the sterol do? The heart is a pump, and it's got friction going on. So the sterols are membrane waxes. So then they act as a wax to waxify, if you will, the heart muscle. And that keeps the blood flowing through slippery. It keeps the cell membranes waxed, and they can, not break down so easily.
This is intriguing. This is a very different, and what I would like to point out is that to the listener and the viewer, this is a very different approach from, how can I put this?
The traditional...
Well, I was going to say traditional medicine, where you're using pharmaceuticals. I'm not throwing that under the bus here. I'm just making a point. This is a different paradigm. It makes different assumptions. It operates on different principles and mechanism of action. And what's interesting, some of the pharmaceuticals, it would be nice to have a pharmacist on here, that are created, try to replicate some of the mechanisms of action that you find with these natural plant-giving compounds. I find that interesting, just so people know. Where do you think pharmaceuticals come from? They don't just come out of the ether. These scientists get those ideas from many of the pharmaceuticals from the compounds that are found in plants, herbs and spices and whatnot. Gosh, I wish I had another hour with you. You have to go, don't you? You have to run.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Yeah, I know.
I can stay for a little while.
All right, I can keep you another segment. We're going to go to the top of the hour, and I just want to keep you for one more segment. We could. You got me intrigued now, and I'm sure you got other folks intrigued as well. We'll have to summarize and review because you said a lot, as you always do. And we'll get it done. We'll get it right here on Let's Talk Nutrition, Coast to Coast.
Everyone's raving about the
Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. Dr. Cass Ingram is my guest today. A really intriguing conversation. If you have one whit of interest in not only maintaining your cardiovascular health generally, but your arterial health specifically, there is a direct and profound correlation, and it's a strong correlation between the health of your arteries, and we'll describe what that means in a second, and how successful you're going to age. You will age, the quality of your life, and your longevity. The endothelium, I can assure you, maybe a cardiac surgeon got up this morning, was thinking about it, but most people got up this morning weren't thinking about their endothelium. And that's what we try to do on the show, is raise consciousness about those things that really make a difference. The endothelium is the lining of your artery. I don't want to get into too much of the anatomical weeds about that, but it's vulnerable. And not only has it been vulnerable to us in modern time, to humankind in modern times, but we have found, like Utsi, the Iceman, one of our ancient ancestors that they found very well preserved, had heart disease, had coronary artery disease. There were no McDonald's where he was in his neighborhood at that time. No In-N-Out burger. But he had heart disease, and we have other evidence of our ancient ancestors suffering from coronary artery disease. I'm not saying that it pervaded the entire population of our ancient ancestors. I'm just saying that it's interesting that the remains that we have, that the archaeologists, anthropologists, and medical anthropologists have found, and scientists are examining, indicate that we have always been vulnerable to heart disease, coronary artery disease, that the endothelium is vulnerable. Even in the best of times, and clearly in the worst of times. And I said this yesterday on the show, I'll say it again today. The Western diet, if it continues to have the effect and force and pervasiveness as it now does, will be the decline of the health of Western civilization. That's a strong statement. I feel very comfortable saying it because I got a lot of data to support me on that. Dr. Ingram, thanks for sticking around. We really appreciate it. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Your list is pretty interesting list from North American. I just want to review for the listener and the viewers, and then you can pick it up where you like. Resveraflow, Resvital, Palmamax, Caro Power.
Well, the carob I was just mentioning, traditionally, it's not so much a focus, but black seed would be.
And then in my notes, I have black seed oil. Okay, so leave out the Caro Power. But that list for cardiovascular health, and generally, I think health is an interesting and this is a different approach. This represents a different paradigm. We're talking about herbs and spices here. Go ahead, Dr. Ingram.
Yeah, and see the benefit of those, because you can tell from the Otzi situation of the propensity for arterial damage, the benefit is in daily consumption or routine consumption, like traditional use. Not somebody thinking, I'm going to take this and get cured, but the fact that nobody's thinking about it, but they do it natively. Now, then if you take it another step, you have the Accioli example and other
in Italy,
elements where it was an highly antioxidative spice, in this case rosemary, which offered the protection against age-related damage to that system. I also have good experience with something that's a germicide. One of the big problems with the arteries is that if you have fungal overload or bacteria or other pathogens, and you get an overload. They go into the arterial arteries. They're not arteries that are like the aorta. They are arteries that supply the outside of the artery. So the germs go in there and they attack the artery, and then they cause all this inflammation. So we have to add the oil of oregano and the juice of oregano because they kill the infection that's causing the inflammation in the arterial tree. I mean, have you ever assisted in or saw a cardiac endarterectomy? I mean, a carotid endarterectomy or any other kind of aneurysm surgery?
No.
There's the plaque is a goo. It's a junk. It's like
I've seen videos. I've watched videos where the surgeon is in there, and I mean it's visible. You don't need a microscope.
Yeah, it's junk. So you've got 70,000 miles, and your roads are ripped up and damaged and potholed and corroded, and it's corrosion and garbage, and a lot of it's infectious. Chlamydia, herpes, nanobacteria, fungus. So you gotta, to prevent a sudden cardiac event or to prevent a stroke, you also have to keep the blood vessels clean of infection. And that's the oregano and the rosemary. And then rosemary and oregano are both very, very powerful antioxidants. So they prevent the oxidative damage that occurs, and that includes lipofuscin pigment. I mean, the arteries get hit with this lipofuscin pigment, which is because they oxidize. You can imagine the heart's pumping, billions of times a year, and it's pushing all this blood with who knows what it has in there through there, and you've got all that oxygen pouring through. So unless you have the antioxidants, the arteries get oxidized.
Yeah, lipofusion in a word, is metabolic waste, right?
That's what it is.
And it does particular damage to the neurons too, by the way.
Yeah.
This is intriguing to me because people keep asking me, and I'm sure in your career you've had this question asked, what's the one single thing I could do to live longer with quality of life? And I always say, take care of your endothelium. They look at me, roll their eyes, and some have walked away. Because they don't.
Well, they shouldn't walk away because that's exactly the old rule of the artery is supreme. Remember Andrew Taylor Still, the founder of osteopathy, that without the flow of oxygen and nutrients and without really, really excellent cardiovascular health. And I quote the Prophet Muhammad, very wise man. He said, there's one organ in the body that if it's sick, everything else is sick. That's the heart and arteries. If they're diseased, you won't feel good. You'll be tired. You'll be exhausted. You'll be sick. You'll be full of pain. You'll be weak. That's the key thing of his statement. You'll be a weakling if you have a weak heart. We know that from youths that have a arterial or a cardiac congenital deformity. So our prophets, our sages, and our holy books, Bible, Quran, more, they have laid out the platform for what you should consume on a daily basis to prevent this. They're going to be black seed oil, they're going to be pomegranate, going to be grape, and if you want to take it up another notch, we take the purging agent, which is the wild oregano, but I add in the juice. Turks did an interesting study on
hold your thought. We'll save that. We'll keep you one more second. I promise I'll cut you loose. We have a caller who wants to talk to you all the way from Marietta, Georgia. He's been holding patiently. Al, he's a nice man. He's a good man, and he has a question about oils. So Dr. Ingram has been very gracious. He needed to cut out at the top of the hour because he needed to go take his black seed oil. But he's holding on. You can see that he has a lot of passion and insight, and he's been doing this for decades. Every day he gets up, he's refreshed and ready to go.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex-Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, Algae for Life, CV Sciences, From Seed to Shelf, New Chapter, The Benefit of Nature's Wisdom, NeoCell, The True Science of Collagen, Yerba Prima, Pioneers in Internal Cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Dr. Cass Ingram is my guest. Let's go right to Marietta, Georgia, because the listener has been holding, and I don't like to do that. It's like somebody knocking at your door and you don't answer. Al, hi, Al. Good morning, or good day, and hello, whatever, wherever.
Doing well.
Thank you. I am doing well,
right.
And I appreciate you asking. Thank you so much.
Right. I'm both confused and curious. I've been reading the China study by Colin Campbell.
Yes.
And he advocates, of course, a plant-based diet together with eliminating all oils from your diet.
Yep.
Including olive oil.
Yep.
And here we have Dr. Ingram suggesting we use olive oil together with other oils.
I know.
It cleans the heart and cleans the arteries and so forth.
You said you what? Confused and what? Curious.
Curious.
Right. No, I think that's wonderfully said to be the title of an article.
You have to be very careful about the scientific studies. Very, 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 very cautious. So I'll give you a good example. When there's an agenda behind a lot of this, when Merck needed money bad, as an example, they had a drug that they had a lot of high hope for, but it didn't do well in some of the trials. It's known as Vioxx, and so they fabricated the trials, and the guy Rosen who did the fabrication ended up in prison. At least they said he went to prison. But all the trials that Vioxx was based on were falsified, were fake. They were not done, and it led to 150,000 fatalities. So the drug was pulled, as you know. So we have to be cautious. We have to look at when we make a decision on what is good for humankind and the human body, we have to base it on a lot. What the physiology of the body is, what the ethnobotanical use has been, what the way the Creator made the human body, how it operates, not by one study somewhere. I don't care if there's 50,000 attendees. Is it skewed? Is it manipulated? So let's take a look at oil. According to Guyton's textbook of physiology, and this is not skewable, this is the physiology. You have to look at the physiology. The heart, as a pump, requires fuel that's efficient. Its primary fuel that it natively and naturally combusts is fatty acids. Okay? Do you ever hear of the Inuit?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. They obviously didn't have much of a lifespan in there anyway, but they did not have any cardiovascular disease to speak of, and they didn't have any diabetes, and their diet was fat. But the point is, more importantly, the heart has to have fatty acids. So you take a look at extra virgin cold pressed olive oil or olives. They provide the monounsaturates that the heart thrives on using for burning of fuel. And even things like grass-fed meat with conjugated linoleic acid and even stearic acid and palmitic acid, they're all taken up by... You know what I do for people who have intractable coronary artery disease? I put them on a zero-carbohydrate diet, and I put them on fat and vegetables. So if you want to fly in the face...
Well, the vegetables would be carbs.
Well, not the carbs I use.
They're complex carbs.
Not really. Spinach and, romaine lettuce and tomatoes and avocado and olives and every kind of dark green. There's carbohydrates are virtually nothing in there. You see? So
what about fruits?
Well, I put them on the low sugar fruits. I put them on, especially those with truncal obesity and syndrome X and pre-diabetes. I put them on strawberries, grapefruit, cranberries, cranberry juice, the pure kind, grapefruit juice. Yeah, I put them on fruit, but lemons and limes.
I mean, you can break out vegetables into this way, Dr. Ingram: starchy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables, and then you have junk carbs, the cookies, crackers, those processed carbs. Those are off the menu clearly. But in terms of starchy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables, those fall under carbohydrate.
Yeah, I do, but they don't have any significant stores when you go into the dark greens and kale and such. And there's not enough in there for the body to make a lot of glucose, transferring it into triglyceride and gluing up the arteries and so on. But so you have to be really cautious, is what I'm saying. I'll tell you what causes heart disease, and it's pretty tough to disprove. Refined sugar, refined vegetable oils, white flour, white rice, refined grease, hydrogenated oil, partially hydrogenated oil. If we want nitrates, right, which kill the oxygen, pork, if we want to kill that out of the diet, that's a definite get better situation.
If you notice, Al, what Dr. Ingram just did, he made a distinction. He said he identified those oils that he feels to be or believes to be deleterious to the health generally, to the arteries specifically. And that's
Here's a good example of that. In India, they quit using the sesame oil and the mustard, rapeseed, natural mustard oils, and also they quit using, they quit using those oils, and they instead adopted our refined vegetable oils because their cardiologist said you have to go to these soy oils and canola and all this. So there was a study of 330 humans. This is the kind of study you want to find where they actually have hypertension. They gave them instead sesame oil, cold-pressed sesame oil, which most people would stay away from because it has a lot of monounsaturated. It has saturated fat, so it's a richer oil. It tastes rich. In all 300 cases, the blood pressure came down to normal. We've had the same studies with black seed oil.
Okay, when we come back, we'll pick that up. Al, who is maybe less confused, but still curious.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show. And whatever you may be doing. Dr. Cass Ingram has been kind enough to stick around today. He was only scheduled for the first portion, but we got so caught up and intrigued with the conversation that he decided to stay over. Dr. Ingram, make your point about the black seed oil, and I'll cut you loose.
The black seed oil is a medicine, and it's got some monounsaturates and palmitic acid and some of these things, but it's mainly a medicine with plant sterols and thymoquinone and other antioxidants and ubiquinone. And so it's a heart fuel, it's a cardioprotective, it's renal protective, it's hepatoprotective. It's not just an isolation. When you take these herbal medicines, they act as tonics for the various organ systems. It helps with the flow of bile, So this is going to benefit the overall health and therefore cardiovascular health. So use it to support that system. Get some oil of black seed and maybe some black seed plus capsules as a 1-2 punch. That's got the red sour grape in it if you want to do a 1-2. And use it to support your cardiovascular health. Use it as antihypertensives. I did the study. I know it works. And it's not just the study, it's the historical use. You will use it, and you will benefit for your heart and for your overall health. That's basically what I can tell you. Heart, renal, digestive, and anti-tumor.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ingram. I'll repeat the list as when you get off the air today. I'll repeat this list and talk with the audience
about it. Right, and if they want to view that, they can go to oregonol.com, and they can see what these things look like, and they can make an intelligent decision in the marketplace. See you later, okay?
Thanks a lot. Take care of yourself. Let's go to Philly. Bill, welcome to the show. You had a question about reversing plaque?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I apologize, can barely hear you, but thanks.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so I think I've got a recurrence of angina, which I had years ago, and just wondering if another doctor's left, if there's anything that would possibly help reverse it.
Okay.
Or if you need a Western way of, just going there and have the stent put in.
Are you on medications right now?
Yeah, I'm on statins and Metropolo.
Okay.
And things of those, basically those, and an anti. It's going to cut back on.
Yeah. How would you describe your diet to me in a word? If you had to describe it, what would you say about it? How much of it's fruits, vegetables? How much of it's meat? How much of it? How would you describe it?
Inconsistent.
Inconsistent. Okay, fair enough. I get it. All right. There are 2 points of view here. You heard Dr. Ingram's, and there's, I'll give you the 2 points of view and the place in the middle. If you read Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn's book, How to Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, he talks about the very issue that you're dealing with in the book, angina as well as other cardiovascular-related diseases and disorders. For his patients, he's a surgeon at Cleveland Clinic, has been for decades, cardiac surgeon. He puts his patients on a whole food, plant-based diet, no meat, no oil, to help reverse the plaque. And he has reversed heart disease. He has the image studies to show that. So he uses a diet, strictly a diet. And what's interesting with his patients, if they smoke, they continue to smoke. If they don't exercise, he doesn't worry about any of that. It's just the diet that he focuses on. And by doing that, he has been able to achieve cardiovascular health and repair and health rejuvenation that way. Okay? No meat, a whole food plant-based diet, no meat, no oil. That is very strict and very difficult for some people to follow, but it has great benefit. On the other hand, Dr. Ingram has a little different point of view and would recommend, for example, he wouldn't necessarily ban olive oil from the diet, as would Dr. Esselstyn. So, And Dr. Ingram, if you noticed, mentioned a number of compounds found in some of the products at North American Herb and Spice. You know, he's talking about pomegranate, resveratrol, black seed oil, and those different products that we mentioned today. Using these herbs and spices to try and correct or do some repair. I agree with him. I think those are very helpful. But there does have to be a shift in the diet. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what the general health, we don't diagnose and treat on here on the air. We just don't do that. So I don't know what your general health is. I don't know, where you are in the life cycle. I have none of that information. And I don't know what you're able or unable to do, willing and not willing to do. But that somewhere, maybe, if you went to a whole food plant-based diet, no meat, and maybe used a little bit of olive oil, that would be great progress. Whether you can make that shift, I don't know. Whether you're willing to do that, I don't know. But if you read that book, How to Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, it's compelling. And he's not the only one. There are others. Al from Marietta, that just called in, mentioned Dr. Colin Campbell. He's another one who takes that approach. Dr. Neil Barnard takes that approach. These are all traditional medically trained physicians that went to great medical school. They're wonderful traditional physicians, but take this approach. So, I don't know what you're willing or not willing to do, but that's my answer to your question or your concern. Just out of curiosity, how old would you be inclined to tell me how old you are?
64.
Oh, you're young, man. That's young. In this day and age, 64 is not old. I wish that's great. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but
may I bring one point forward here?
Of course you can.
The diet, I actually, having listened to your show for a while, which I think is terrific, by the way, and I think you are as well.
Thank you.
It's a challenging diet, I would say. I mean, at first that's maybe the wrong mindset to use, but I suppose I would have to look up maybe they have some ideas out there, some support groups or.
Okay, when you hold the line, we come back. I'm going to try to get you. You go onto the internet. You able to go on the internet and do that and this and that?
Yeah, I can go on the internet.
Okay, good enough. When we come back, I'll try to direct you to some arenas or avenues where you can get in touch with that. Be right back.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients ingredients such as alpha lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. We have the LTN health question of the day. And here, I don't want to make this too hard, but there are two choices here, and I gave the answer many times. The lining of the arteries, is that mesothelium or is it endothelium cells? Is it the endothelium or mesothelium? And if you don't know, just take a guess, and you have a 50-50 chance of getting the right answer. Is the lining of the arteries? Is the lining of the arteries constituted of mesothelium cells or endothelium cells? Here's a number to call to get that $25 supplement gift card.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
Go back to Philly and talk to Bill. Okay, Bill. Dr. Michael Greger, Greger. Dr. Michael Greger is associated with a movement. It started as a documentary entitled Forks Over Knives. It's worth watching. You can find it on Netflix and other places. Forks Over Knives. It's about an hour or so long. It's a very compelling documentary. It turns out that Dr. Colin Campbell's in that documentary. You'll see Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn in that documentary, and others who advocate for a whole food plant-based diet. Now, Dr. Michael Greger is associated with Forks Over Knives. I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but if you go on the internet and type in Forks Over Knives, there's a website for that, and there's all kind of information there on how to implement that kind of diet. And if you get onto Dr. Greger's newsletter and get to his website, Dr. Michael Greger, you can find him. You'll get all kinds of information. It's just remarkable. They understand the challenge in making that shift to that kind of diet. They even have recipes. I mean, they go out of their way to help people make the transition. It's worth your effort. It's worth your time and effort, Bill, in my opinion. It's my opinion to do that. Again, I don't know how much you use the internet. I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but one way to get in touch with Dr. Greger is to go on Facebook and like his page, and then you'll start to get all of his newsletters and other posts that he makes, and you get dialed into that arena. Am I making sense for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Campbell, Dr. Barnard. These are all physicians who have... Dr. Barnard has reversed type 2 diabetes in patients. Same kind of issue. It ends up involving blood glucose, and still, eventually it all gets around to the endothelium and better cardiovascular health and controlling blood glucose and insulin levels. All of these things sort of start to intertwine with one another. And traditional medicine would treat it pharmaceutically. These doctors choose to treat it nutraceutically, using supplements as well, but primarily through diet. And I understand the challenge and the difficulty in making the shift. It's even hard for me. And I've been doing this a long time, and so I get it. But at least you're aware now, and you can and you can call me with any question about that. You call me anytime and as many times as you want, Bill, and I'll take your call.
2 comments, or
sure.
1 comment, a question. The question is, if you wouldn't mind, please repeat the name of the doctor who was on earlier.
Yeah, that would be Dr. Cass Ingram, Ingram, Dr. Cass Ingram. The products that we were talking about will be found at NorthAmericanHerbAndSpice.com.
Right, okay. And second one is basically, thank you. You're a pretty special guy.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. I would expect my mom to say that, but she's no longer here, but I pray to her every day. Your compliment's a high compliment, and this is why we do the show. Any way that I can help is a privilege to do it. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.
All right, you call me anytime, as many times you want. You need help, you can't find something, or some of these people that I mentioned, you call me back. I'll get you there, okay?
Okay, all right, stay well.
All right, you do the same. Thank you. Let's go to Clearwater, Florida. Richard, so the lining of the arteries, is it The mesothelium or endothelium cells. Which one is it?
I call it endothelium because it's inside.
There you go. All right, E-N-D-O, endothelium. You're right. $25 supplement gift card. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's our pleasure. So, when I get a call like the one we just had here from Bill in Philadelphia, I'm listening to, I can't see him, but I can hear his voice, and you did too. You hear the interest and the concern? He has angina. He's got cardiovascular issues. There's more than a few people listening to the show that are facing similar kinds of health challenges and health challenges of other kinds. And it can get difficult because people are looking for answers. Sometimes, it seems almost impossible to address these issues. But I know this from experience. I've been doing this for 4 decades or more. I can tell you that your diet is the first line of defense, and it's the first line to attack disease as well, and then your lifestyle. But that diet accounts for so much of the variance of how you're going to do and how healthy you're going to be and how well you can recover and deal with health issues. That's the bottom line. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your listenership. I appreciate your support. And by the way, when you call in and you make reference to my own challenges and my health, I am so grateful for that. It makes a difference for me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you, and I truly love you.
Is getting a good night's sleep a